In addition, no, a good thing about contributing to open source, so meron ding mga perks. So kung nakita nyo yung perks ni Claude with regards to
Yeah,
open
Yes,
source,
yes.
yeah, may mga ganun.
Claude
So if you're,
20X.
yeah, if you're
Claude.
an open source contributor, no, or sa malaking, or malaki yung
Yung
usage
repo,
ng
yeah,
Tsaka yung
open
nagme-maintain.
source project, yeah, yung nagme-maintain. So probably magkaroon ka din nun, di ba? So just apply to ano, no.
Hello, welcome to Kaka Computer, where tech meets wit and wisdom. So, I'm Faisal Vitanel from Moss Laboratories, and our topic for today is all about the puhunan of free, what open source really costs and gives back. So, in this topic, more on personal experiences naman to about our open source contributions and even mga ginawa na applications. So, about sa open source, ikaw ba, Marvin, what are your experiences ba pag sinabing open source? Like, nagkaroon ka ba ng mga contributions, mga ganon?
Oh my God. Open source. This is my bread and butter. Kasi, ayun nga, di naman tayo, like, ganun kayaman. So, I hardly use any, like, yung mga paid tools. So, alam mo yun, sa open source lang kumakapit lagi. So, I'm a huge Linux user. Of course, that's one of the most famous open source project. So, I'm a very arch guy. So, I have contributed a few sa AUR and even like mga famous repositories. Typically taga-ayos lang ako ng documentation, guys. Hindi ako ganun kagaling na dev, but yeah. So, open source, it's one of the most amazing journeys and magugulat kayo on how much the world depends on open source talaga.
Ikaw naman,
Ye-
sir?
Yeah, I agree. Ako naman, personally, experience contributing to open source. So if you are familiar with BetterGov, so I'm one of the contributors of BetterGov. So wherein I contribute the tax directory and calculators. And also, I do contribute on, since I'm one of the Microsoft Azure community founder. So I also contribute to Azure AZD. So one of my contribution is on the Azure templates. So wherein you can simply spin up some of the resources for you to be able to deploy. So like for example, your Flask app or your Quarkus app. So this more so much technicalities, but yeah, I do love open source as well. So I basically use a lot of open source, especially previously I'm a fan of React. So one of the
Yeah.
most
I guess
famous
we're all
front
fans of React here.
front end open source projects. So yeah, that's all for me.
Okay, so ako naman, for my open source contribution, so ginawa ko si Moss Laboratories. So, about dun sa Moss Laboratories na yun, it's an ecosystem na kung saan yung mga multimedia apps na ginawa ko. And they consist of 2 applications right now. So, kung baga, yung mga applications na yun, kung ano yung mga nakikita mo sa mga paid apps or mga functions na kung saan nagre-require pa ng mga upselling or let's say bago mo makuha or magamit yung isang feature or function ng isang application, you need to pay or minsan subscriptions. But for the applications I made, ginagawa ko siya for free. So everything you can use for free, and of course walang ads, walang trackers na halimbawa na pwedeng ikailala ng mga users na baka ginagamit kung saan-saan yung data. Yun.
Yeah.
Since kasi halimbawa dun sa isang application, music player siya, it's different from Spotify kasi yung Spotify kasi more on license, 'di ba? Tsaka bayad talaga siya. For me, sa akin, as a music player, kumbaga, kung ano yung mga, let's say, mga audiophile grade. Kung familiar kayo sa mga audio setups, mga tawag dito, yung mga hardcore talaga when it comes to listening tracks na kung tutuusin, hindi lang sila yung naka-headphones eh. So, ganun yung ginagawa ko sa sistema ng isa kong application which is called Flick. And yung iba pang features na ini-integrate ko, which is halimbawa sa Spotify, yung mga album arts nila, yung mga lyrics, tinitry ko siyang i-integrate dun sa Flick na ginagawa ko. Kumbaga, if you're creating a free open source application, kasi ang lawak na ng technologies na pwede natin gamitin, including the tools. So, mas madali lang i-develop. So, might as well, bakit hindi mo i-integrate yung ibang features na kilala ng ibang tao doon sa ginagawa mo application?
Yeah.
Ganon din sa isa ko pang application, which is yung Latch naman. So, more in naman siya, security and privacy.
Well, the funny thing about open source kasi is like, kadalasan dyan nagsisimula sa frustration mo. Diba? Like, naiinis ka, like, walang gantong feature, bakit hindi to nag-exist, why is this... Ako, funnily enough, like, yung thesis ko ganun eh, like, I built, like, frameworks din. So, of course, in open source ko siya para to be used by the government. Pero, and, so it's funny kasi, like, yung mga kwenta mo is, like, you're just talking about yung mga frustrations mo talaga. You're trying to fix it kasi you're a dev, so you have the power to actually change stuff.
Yeah. And actually, by contributing to open source, so hindi ka lang nakakagawa ng projects eh. So it becomes your portfolio. Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And the good thing about that, dun makikita mostly yung skills mo talaga eh. So open source, ikaw gumawa, kitang-kita on how you code, right?
Diyan ako natuto sa mga workflows kasi 'di ba like open source typically you start by changing the documentation, tagalinis.
Yeah. Ayun, not necessarily na kapag sa open source is nagko-contribute ka lang sa code. So pwede din 'yun, no? Mga contributions with regards to the documentation. So napakahalaga niyan. Yeah.
Plus lalo na kung sabihin natin, mabigat yung open source na pinag-contributan mo. Like yung actually nakakwento sa akin kanina ni Marvin yung about sa GNU.
Yeah.
Yes.
Although docs lang yun.
Pero mabigat siya kung tutuusin. Kasi napakaraming tao na yung gumagamit nun. Well, dun din naman, isa siya sa pinaka-roots ng Linux, di ba?
Yeah.
So, might as well, syempre, binabasa rin ng iba't ibang tao yun, lalo na yung mga enterprises.
True. To make their lives easier. Kasi naranasan ko din yun, na naiinis ako na hindi ko maintindihan yung code base. And as a developer, yun nga, like one of the most used compilers talaga. So, importante talagang, yun nga, yung documentation. And honestly, like, ewan ko kung doon kayo nagsimula. Ako, doon ako nagsimula. Like, I always start with like, working or helping with the docs. Kasi, syempre, yung mga magagaling na dev, like, they don't bother. Sometimes, they don't bother to, like, write good documentation. Pero, importante siya, I guess, sa open source kasi nga, we're sharing knowledge here. And honestly, I think open source talaga is the future. Should be the future of tech.
Well, currently, siya na yung nagiging future kasi most of the, let's say, mga enterprises na gumagawa ng mga applications, most of the dependencies and other technologies na ginagamit nila are open
built
source.
upon,
Including the servers, open source din naman yung pinanggalan nila, ginagamit nila na operating system para i-manage yung mga yun. And of course, ikaw, us, being developers. Kumbaga, kapag nagkaroon ka ng, let's say, sa resume mo or sa curriculum vitae mo, nagkaroon ka ng contribution sa, or maliit man o malaki, doon sa specific open source application na, or library na pinag-contributan mo, malaking bagay yon sa mga mga nag-hire na developers. Lalo na yung mga tumitingin na developers ng mga resume, kapag nababasa nila yon, malaking bagay yon kasi it is a sign that you work to a kumbaga with co-developers. Kasi di rin naman lahat ng mga ng mga pull request kino-confirm.
True.
Or mini-merge. Mini-merge. Lalo na kung yung halimbawa, let's say hindi nagdag mo, instead of parang mapaayos yung isang bagay or isang function doon
Baka
sa...
may ma-break ka, di ba?
Baka may ma-break.
Yep.
Yun.
Mm.
So, let's say, syempre, iba pang popular applications. Nakikita mo yung mga pull requests.
Yes.
Mga nasa 20K.
Sometimes tumatagal pa yung pull request mo. eh.
Yeah, it takes months for
Yeah.
approval.
Months. Sometimes years. pa.
Years.
Years
yeah,
pa nga.
agreed.
Meron years.
Yung sa akin, like, it took like half a year. Like, mga 6 months.
Merong years. And in addition, no, a good thing about contributing to open source, so meron ding mga perks. So kung nakita nyo yung perks ni Claude with regards to
Yeah.
open
Yes,
source,
yes.
may mga ganun.
Claude
So if you're
20X.
if you're an open source contributor, no, or sa malaking or malaki yung usage
repo,
ng
nung
ng
Tsaka yung nagme-maintain.
open source project, yun nagme-maintain. So probably magkaroon ka din doon, 'di ba? So just apply to ano.
Funnily enough, since
ganun.
nabanggit nyo na din si Claude, what do you think about yung mga open source model versus yung mga proprietary?
Ako mainly, ang ginagamit ko kasi mga open source models, yung mga
DeepSeek.
open weights, o mga DeepSeek, o kaya GLM, or even Kimi. Since kasi na uso yung mga agentic tools,
True.
nagsimula rin ako sa student plan ng Cursor. Doon na ako na-curious kung ano yung mga models na ginagamit nila kasi may pagpipilian ka eh. Kung yung kasi mga sumusunod na panahon, 'di ba, nagmamahal yung mga
True.
LLMs, mga AI models, nag-iiba yung input-output, yung mga cache rate nila. Mamimili ka rin kapag naubusan ka na ng mga libreng plans. mga discounted plans.
It's true.
Mamimili-
Like yun yung nakakatakot kasi kaya I think that open source should be the future kasi like for example with the AI wave, like yung mga proprietary models, like bigla na lang silang nagsitaasan ng presyo.
Yep.
It's unpredictable. Unlike the open source models na they're reliable, nandyan sila. Like, kumbaga, ngayon kasi, like, kumbaga, the proprietary models are winning because, like, tons of resources. Pero I don't
Yep.
think that will last long.
Yes. Tsaka
It
kasi,
should not last long.
kapag may nagbabago sa mga open weights na models, alam ng tao. Lalo na yung mga
Exactly.
developers. Kapag lalo na sa mga models na sa Hugging Face.
Yeah,
Kapag
diba,
may na-
biggest concern kasi yan sa AI, diba? Like, it's a black box.
Yes.
So, we don't know ano yung nandoon sa loob.
Yeah.
But with open source, it's open.
Are you a one-day millionaire type of person? Don't worry, we got you. Track every peso, see your spending in seconds, and finally stay on budget. With FinShark, finance has never been this easy. Download FinShark today.
That's why, di ba, kung gumagamit po kayo ng Cloud Code, kayo ba, sir, ano bang gamit nyo?
Claude and Codex.
Yun, Cloud and Codex. Ang Codex ba, open source?
I don't think so. GPT yung ano nun eh.
GPT.
Open AI.
Kasi ang alam ko,
Open
ang
AI,
Cloud
no?
Code naman, open source.
Mm.
Cloud Code, open source.
Cloud Code, I don't think open source Cloud Code.
Kasi alam ko, nakita ko yung
Or-
repository niya eh.
Or ayan yung...
Open code at...
Yes, open code, open source talaga siya. Kasi yun yung gamit ko eh.
Ako din, I use open code, tas papatong ko pa ng OpenSec. So, lahat sila, tas DeepSeek
or-
pa gamit mo, patong-patong ng open source. Kasi, yun nga, like, unless you're a big corporation, like, you can't really afford yung bigla lang tataas yung presyo, bababa. You don't know the future talaga.
Tsaka sa sistema ng mga tao ngayon, mas sumisikat ang mga open source since doon nakukuha yung trust kapag ikaw mismo na gumawa ng isang application is gumagana na maayos.
Yep.
And nakikita ng mga developers kung paano mo ginawa yung isang product.
Yeah.
Lalo na kapag may maling output doon sa isang function mo, makikita naman agad nila kung saan ka nagkamali. Kung saan code nag-exist yung maling output.
That's why, sa open source, some of the contributions then is yung pag-file ng issues, not just yung
True.
contributing to the code, di ba?
Yun.
Mm.
Tapos yung mga samot-saring bug reports, feature requests.
Agreed.
Well, kasi mas madali mo ring nakakausap yung mga main contributors. Kumbaga yung
Tambay sa Discord.
yung mga tambay sa Discord. Even yung mga syempre yung mga founder na nagko-code din,
Mm-mm.
yung mga nagmo-moderate ng mga GitHub repositories nila, mas madali mo silang makakausap. Kasi halimbawa kapag nag-open ka ng issue o kaya pull requests, sila mismo yung nakikita nila.
Directly nakaka-communicate mo eh.
Directly. Saka hindi. Lalo na kasi yung mga tao din ngayon, sigurista kung paano o saan ba na umiikot yung binabayaran nila. That's why they trust the open source more kasi at least kapag may
free.
nagbago, alam nila.
And it's
It's
free.
free.
Tapos, like, kita, transparent. Unlike with, yun nga, walang paiba-iba na, baga unlike yung feature na ina-expect mo noon, bigla-bigla na lang nagiging paywall afterwards. I won't name names pero like ang dami ng pangyayari na yun na nung una like it's free tapos
Magkakaroon ng bayad.
bayad
Yeah.
na.
Yun nga.
Sa open source, it's not that. So, kaya importante talaga na we need to convince more developers to contribute sa
to
open source.
Yep. Yeah.
Tapos isa pa sa experience ko kasi 'di ba gumawa ako ng open source na application. Ang pinakamabigat kasi doon yung support sa mga devices.
Agreed.
Lalo na kapag mobile applications tapos parang may ina-access ka sa mga low-level codes, mga native. Lalo na yung mga humahawak ng permissions doon sa may mismong device. Kasi naranasan ko to during my music player. So sa music player na yun, of course, may mga devices na open na kapag sumaksa ka ng dongle, magtutuloy-tuloy lang siya. Kumbaga, yung pipeline tuloy-tuloy lang yung pag-send ng data. While as well, meron mga devices na kung saan binablock niya. So, there are some blockage doon sa specific device na kung saan doon ako nahirapan. Kasi, paano ko siya itetest? Wala naman akong specific device na meron sila. Kumbaga, hawak nila. Wala ako nun. So, paano ko siya isa-solve?
Agreed. With phones, di ba? Like, kumbaga, majority ng phones is built on Android na open source. Tapos, syempre from there, like, ginagawa nilang proprietary. So, nahihirapan ka as developers kasi sometimes may hindi sila sumusunod sa standard or may sarili silang pakulo. Kaya, ayun, ayusin mo pa. Like, tailor-made mo pa dun sa device na yun.
Yes. O kaya, dapat magpaplano ka na, may specific dependency or let's say library from native Android na kailangan mong i-bypass para lang masupport yung isang feature. Kasi, even though nagsosolve ka for a specific operating system, although Android pa yan, may patong yung mga
May
dyan, yung
patong
mga
kasi.
manufacturers.
Yep.
May mga patong na configurations yung mga manufacturers dyan.
So, even if open source si Android, like, marami pa silang patong na dagdag headache.
Dagdag. Yung mga patong na yun, hindi naman sila open source mostly.
Yeah.
Mga closed yung mga yon. Kasi, syempre, binibenta nila yung mga device na yun. Hindi nila basta-basta ikakalat. What's behind the operating system? So, dapat, hahanap ka talaga ng paraan para makita mo sa kanila kung paano malulutas yung yung specification na yun.
This is one of the criticisms daw on open source na lagi daw parang pangit yung itsura ng open source. What's your take on that? Kasi parang for example, GIMP, like famous siya na like ang hindi daw ganun kagandahan ng UI, not that polished. So what's your take on that? Bakit nagkakaroon ng ganung problem or I guess and possible solutions on open source? Kasi it's done, like it's possible, like Blender is open source but it's beautifully made. But in general, like 'di ba nagkakaroon ng reputation I guess in open source na hindi ganun ka-polished ang UI.
I think nagkakaroon ng criticism sa mga ganong open source kasi previously may mas na-experience sila na mas okay compared to that. So I think ayun yung idea kung bakit gano'n na lang yung take nila dun sa mga other open source eh. So, since nagamit na nila yung mga previous open source na mas okay compared to the other open source.
Kadalasan kasi ng open source no scripts, libraries, like we don't appreciate on how much the world is built on open source kasi hindi siya nakikita. It's mostly libraries.
Yes.
Dependencies.
Tsaka meron mga applications kasi na syempre binuo lang siya ng iisang tao. Wala pa siyang
Wala
mga
siyang
design.
team.
Yeah, ayun. Kahit sino pwedeng pwedeng mag open source agad ng sarili niyang library.
Yun. Ganun nga. Tapos syempre, wala namang designs. Walang mga designers, of course. Magre-rely lang siya sa kung anong makikita niya na, let's say,
Na problem or issue.
ano bang dapat na rule kapag para maayos ko yung isang UX para mas madali siyang madali siyang ma-implement para mas madaling gamitin.
Yeah, kasi most ng open source is dev. Like talagang focus sila
dev.
sa dev.
Yeah.
So they don't typically cater sa mga sa public. Like that's I guess that's one of the criticisms na open source kasi
Yes.
very dev heavy siya. So it's solving dev problems.
Yep.
Kaya yun nga, nabanggit mo nga na, baga they just want to get the solution.
Tsaka unless kung yung specific developer na yun is may designer, kumbaga
Yeah.
Blender.
yun.
Kumbaga good at design talaga.
Magaling din sa design. Yun ang
Tsaka wala namang metrics kasi kung eto pwede ba 'to i-open source or not, 'di ba?
Yes.
Yeah.
Kung gusto mo i-open source 'yan and feel mo na parang magagamit siya ng other developers, 'di ba? So open source mo lang siya, 'di ba?
Pero sa akin ngayon naging developer ako. Nagbago yung preference ko kasi yung UI parang patong na lang siya or bonus pampaakit mata.
Naging terminal lord.
Okay. Okay.
Na patong na lang siya na okay, maganda yung yung interface, mukhang maganda tong gamitin.
Wrap up na.
Okay na?
Hindi, wrap up. I mean, let's leave a note or message.
Okay, so for the developers, keep nyo lang gamitin yung mga open source na libraries or even applications because na-appreciate yung mga developers. And for the juniors or students, just push if you have any applications. Lalo na kung open source yun kasi marami magsasuggest sa inyo.
True. Just get started. Sabi ko nga, ako nagsimula lang ako sa pa-docs lang. And if you want to build your own, like, find something talaga na you're annoyed with. Tapos doon kayo magsimula.
Yeah.
And of course, magandang portfolio ang open source.
Okay. Thank
That's it,
you.
everyone. Thank you.
Thanks to our sponsors, Agora, Finshark, Tutorials Dojo, Young Satio, Amazon Web Services User Group Philippines, and Facebook subscribers. On to our next episode.